And good afternoon. Welcome to This is Private Practice. We made it to Friday. I was given a gift this week. Who doesn't love getting gifts? I love them. My hairdresser actually bought me a bottle of limoncello. And I've never had limoncello before, but I can assure you it is delicious. And I'm very much enjoying it at 4:30 on a Friday afternoon. How's everybody's week been? What would you like to celebrate? Have you looked after yourself this week in a way that you haven't done before? I went to yoga this morning. I didn't feel like it. I've been really sore this week. But I'm so glad I did. And Keith, the clever yoga instructor at my yoga studio, had me doing things that if he told me what we were going to be doing, I would have said, I can't do that. He's very clever like that. He's, at the moment, he is stretching my brain to try and help my body understand that it's more capable than what I actually think it is. Interesting for a rehabilitation counsellor, don't you think? So I'm celebrating that I enjoyed yoga and that I have allowed my body to learn to do things that I didn't think that it was capable of. That's pretty cool. I'm also celebrating some amazing achievements by my clients this week. I've had incredible progress with a couple of my own personal rehab clients. I have been asked to go to Brisbane to do an assessment, and that was a cost proposal that was approved very, very quickly. And I have a team member going to the central west of New South Wales to assess somebody else next week. So I'm so grateful for customers who trust, for consultants who step up and say yes, and for the fact that I actually costed out my proposal to go to Brisbane to look after me, not to get it done the quickest or the cheapest, but to make sure that it's done properly. That's pretty awesome. Another thing I'm celebrating this week is that I actually had Wednesday afternoon off. You may remember from previous episodes, I've talked about the need for me to have my Wednesday afternoon off so that I help my body recover and I manage my fatigue and my pain symptoms. And I had found it really, really difficult to do that. And then we had the unexpected news of my father. And of course, I have found it even more difficult to get back into a routine. But this week, I found myself wanting that time off. And like a good CBT style of therapist that I can be, I put a significant behavioral prompt in the way to make sure that I couldn't actually be at work. So I'm wondering where everybody is today. It's very limited viewing, so I feel like I'm talking to myself. So if you're watching and you have something to celebrate, I would love to know what that is so that I can cheer you on. Some of the interesting things that start to happen in private practice, and I was talking to another practice building coach about this today, is how easy it is when you are building a practice and you've come from clinical work and where you've been doing direct delivery before, how easy it is to get sucked back into the delivery of services, even when you're trying to build a team or even when you're trying to build information products or other types of service delivery. When we're so used to generating income and we're really comfortable with generating income by direct client service delivery, whenever there's a crunch of cash flow or you're feeling like you've got a few bills to pay or you're feeling a little bit, oh my God, where's the money going to come from? It's really easy for us to slip back into, I'll just go do some more clinical work. I'll just go do some more clinical work. And that's okay for a Band-Aid solution. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't add to the growth of your growth strategically over time. And I have been wrestling with this for at least, 2 years. Let's call it what it is, maybe 3, maybe 4. I find it really hard to expand the service offerings that we have within Purple Co, to push more work my clinician's way when I'm used to being the one to go and do the work and generate the income, and I can control it. That's probably what it amounts to. And also I'm not as expensive as my consultants because I'm an employee of my business, so it doesn't feel as expensive as having a consultant do the work. That's a lie, by the way. When I sit down and do the numbers, it's actually a lie. So I want to challenge some of you who are building practices and have multi-therapist practices or businesses where you're looking at adding different income streams, is how are you going to manage this tension when you want to grow your business? You don't want to necessarily be doing more one-on-one delivery all the time. So how are you going to manage this tension when it comes up? Because it's going to come up. And if you're not aware of it and you're not aware of your behaviors in the moment, you're going to get sucked back in. And once you've said yes once, you watch how many times you'll be asked. So me going to Brisbane is not me reacting to cash flow or not me. It's me going, I have the time and the space and I'd really like to do that piece of work, which is very, very different to me going, oh my God, we've run out of money. Please help me. I need to go and fix it. Just possibly my previous mode of operation, if I'm really, really honest. So when you've got this tension happening inside of you, we tend to react unless we bring awareness to it and unless we can be intentional about the decisions that we're making. So if you want to grow and grow your revenue, but you don't want to grow your revenue by doing more work directly seeing clients, then you need to think about how you're going to manage that transition and how you're going to manage that tension. And you can do it. There's lots of different ways you can do it. It doesn't mean that you take your hands off completely and never do never set a delivery in your life, but it means when will you do it and what types of things will you do and how will you manage that and what other ways, creative ways, have you actually got in your business to generate income if you need it. So with that being said, I am going to go and celebrate my week. I have a piece of roast beef in the oven this afternoon. It is my turn to cook dinner tonight. I'm looking forward to enjoying the rest of my limoncello. It's really delicious. And have a great weekend, everybody. I look forward to talking to you next week. I'm going to be in Melbourne for a couple of days next week, and it is going to be frigging freezing cold. So happy weekend to everybody, and I'm going to go and find all of those winter woolies that I thought I could pack away. Hey, Wayne, great to see you. Looking forward to talking to everybody next week.